Hi, I'm Jeff with RCD, and today we're going to do a walkthrough on a 2012 Jayflight Swift. So start here in the back. Right down here, you pull this cap off, you can put your sewer hose in here. It goes all the way across. That keeps the smells out of the inside of the coach. Put it right in there. Right here we have a little bit of outdoor storage. You have about a 12-foot awning. Outdoor light here. Then you have two 110 outlets. Okay, your awning works simply off of a crank. Crank it in and out. Very simple. Then you just leave your crank lay on the inside. Door will open up and be held back by this little door stop here. And in each corner you have stabilizer legs. They're not the level, but they're just stabilizing. It's a little crank on the inside, and they crank down and stabilize the coach. Okay. In the front here you have a 12-volt or a new interstate 12-volt battery. It's a deep cycle battery, so it does require maintenance. The only maintenance is to make sure there's water inside the battery. So, right here you have your propane tank. It's a 20-pound propane tank. Simply turn it on and off, just like a gas grill. When that's turned on, you have gas on the inside for your refrigerator, your stove, and your furnace. Simple up and down hand crank. Safety chains with an emergency brake cable. The emergency brake cable connects to your tow vehicle. It comes loose, that pulls that pin out of there and slams the brakes on the camper. Okay? Now if you're going camping and you need to carry your own water with you, this is where you store your water. There's probably about a 30-gallon holding tank here. So before you leave the house, take a hose, fill this up with water. And there's a pump on the inside. So when you want to pump the water out of here, you turn the pump on the inside, and it pumps to all the pressure points on the inside of the camper. Your shower, your sink, and your bathtub. Right here is where you'd carry, or you'd connect a hose. If your campground has water access, you put the hose into here, turn hose on, and it pressurizes all the water lines through the hose. Okay, this is the carry. This is if your campsite has its own water. This is the back of your hot water tank. This is a pressure relief valve here. You have your drain plug here. Now to start it, your instructions are right here. You do light this from the outside. Simply turn this to light, hold it down, and click it until it lights. Then you set your temperature right here. But you do light this from outside. Keep this clean. Keep the bugs out of it. If you're not using the camper for a while, it's good to drain the water out. Just release that plug and let the water flow out. Okay? Here you have your electric cord. We have it plugged into our inside electric here. Just simply feeds out of here. You feed it in here, close the lid, pull it out. This is a 110 connection, 30 amp. So 110, 30 amp. It is not a 220 connection. It's 30 amp, 110. This is the back of your air conditioner. I'll show you how to work that on the inside. That's the back of the air conditioner. This is the back of the refrigerator. Unless you're working on the refrigerator or know how to work on a refrigerator, there's really no sense in being in here. But if you want to look inside, simply pop those open, and you can just make sure there's nothing nesting in there. Birds or squirrels or mice don't nest in there. But other than that, you don't have to mess with that. This is the back of your furnace. Okay, this has a mud dauber screen on it, so mud daubers don't start building tubes in here. This does get hot when your furnace is running, so do not put anything in front of it. Keep the kids away from it, because it will burn you. Okay, your sewage outlet. You have a black and a gray, and the sewage outlet itself. Simply take a hose, your sewage hose, connect it to here. It's just like this. Connect it to here, twist it on, take the other end, put it into the ground. Then when you want to dump your tanks, you pull your black first, Your black would be your waste water in your toilet. Then you pull your gray. Your gray is going to be your sink and your showers. So black first, let it drain, then pull your gray, and the gray will push all the black down into the sewage. Now, if the campground does not have sewage, you'll have to go to a dump station somewhere and do the same procedure. Hook the hose up, pull your black, then your gray, then you're good to go. Close your valves back up. Okay? Spare tire here. Again, you have jacks out on either corner. So, let's go inside and see some of the features on the inside. Okay, on the inside, you get light switches. This light switch is for the outside, gives you your porch light. This is for a 12-volt TV. They do still make 12-volt TVs. This is where you plug that TV in. Regular TV, just plug into here. This is your antenna boost. As long as you see that green light, this is your antenna right here. It has a boost. If that green light's on, it can get signals. Like where we are now, we can get like 30 stations through the air. Simply crank this up. There's directions on how to do it. Crank it up and down. If you have to swivel it, pull that down and swivel it. But that's the way you do it. If you're using cable or something else, you want that light out. Particularly that light should be on so you can receive channels through the air. You got a 12-volt radio just like you would have in a car. It's an AM FM CD player. This is your thermostat. Okay, very simple. It shows you the temperature here at the bottom. Show you the temperature, and you set your settings right here. On and off. Your furnace actually is right here. That's where the heat would come out of. You have a fire extinguisher here. Kitchen table actually will fold down and will sit on this ledge, so that makes into a bed. You move these cushions out over the top of the table. Down here you have your fuse box, your 110 breakers, and your 12-volt fuses. That's also your battery charger. So if you hear something running in there, that means your battery's being charged. That's a normal sound. But everything's labeled on here what the fuses are for and what the breakers are for. Okay? Just kind of like at home. Up here is your air conditioner. This is like a simple window air conditioner. On, off. Set the temperature. Like I said, again, just like at home. Okay, the window, if you cannot get to the door, the window is a good escape hatch. Just simply push it out. Pushes all the way through. This is hinged at the top, so the window's not going to fall out. Pull the screen out and jump out. Now, if you want to use it just for ventilation in the evenings or when it's nice and cool, you can go like that. But if you got to get out, push this all the way through, push the window out, and jump. Air conditioner. Here's your GFI button right here, so if some of the outlets aren't working, that needs to be reset. Your refrigerator. Your refrigerator is a 3-way refrigerator. It will run on battery, electric, or propane. Simply choose what source by turning the knob. If you're running it on propane, make sure your propane tank is turned on. The way you light it, if you want to use propane, turn it to propane and click it until it lights. And you set your temperature settings right here. But it's a 3-way. It's a 3-way refrigerator: battery, electric, or propane. Here is your water pump. Remember outside I said you can carry water on here. So the water that you're carrying, if you want to pressurize your water lines, simply turn on your water pump. You get water pressure. Turn it off and the pump will stop itself. When you're done camping, just simply shut it off. This is a gauge showing your battery strength, shows it's full. Fresh water shows that there's some in there. Black is empty, which is your toilet waste. And your gray has a little bit of gray in it. So this is a good indicator, but always never go to its full before you dump your tanks, just to play it safe. Okay, your your hood over your stovetop. You got a light. You got a fan. Microwave, just like you'd see at home. Your stovetop. To light it, turn it to light. Take a match, light it. As long as your propane tank's on, it will light right up. Let's see what else we have here. We have a vent overhead here. Crank it up. We have 2 bunks here. Each has its own light. Down below here we have a propane sniffer. And it's like a smoke detector. If it smells propane, it will chirp like a smoke detector does. And if it does do that, what you need to do is go outside and turn your tank off and come back in and see exactly, you know, why it's going off. It's probably the stove has been left on. Okay. Over there we have a carbon monoxide sniffer underneath the table. So again, if it detects carbon monoxide, that will also go off. And probably you're connected to your tow vehicle and it's getting too much exhaust fumes from it. Okay. Your bathroom is pretty simple. Hot and cold shower with a shower head. The toilet, it has a trigger on the side. So as long as you have water in here, if you pull it halfway, it's going to put water in the bowl. Pull it all the way and it flushes. And it's all written right here. So halfway puts water in the bowl, all the way down flushes. And again, in here you also have a attic or a ceiling vent. Okay, you have some storage here and some storage down here. Okay, that's pretty much everything. Very nice little camper. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call somebody at the dealership. Thank you for your business and hope to see you soon.